Pawan Kalyan has often called himself an introvert, someone who's even found it awkward to speak at audio launches and public events. But when that camera is rolling and he's in his zone, he's been a trendsetter and a pioneer in more ways than one. I still remember the kind of craze he sparked with songs like Emaindo Emo from Toli Prema and Made in Andhra Student from Tamudu. Then there's the famous Katana and the Royal Bengal Tiger Sidhu Siddharth Roy in Kushi. The way he carried himself on screen, it was so free-spirited and unpredictable that it just pulled you in. His martial arts background, his interest in revolutions and revolutionaries, that fashion sense, and his love for Telugu folk music, all of this shaped him into this one-of-a-kind personality. No wonder he earned the title Power Star and has been an icon ever since. Now, after Johnny, his first directorial in 2003, until Gabbar Singh in 2012, it's fair to say that things were a bit dull, with Jalsa being an exception in between. Post Atar Intiki Daredi in 2013, his filmography has been, well, a hit and miss again. I have been waiting to see that fiery, wild, free-spirited Pawan Kalyan again for over a decade, or honestly maybe since Jalsa. And with They Call Him OG, director Sujeeth seems to have heard that collective yearning. He's crafted something that the fans will hold on to and celebrate for a while. Hi, I'm Kairam Vaashi and this is The Hollywood Reporter India. Let me say it right at the start. They Call Him OG is the most stylish, best presented fan service film in Pawan Kalyan's career. Yes, the full title isn't just OG, it's They Call Him OG. And true to that, every other character in the film hypes up OG, Ojas Gambhira. Here's the setup. Satya Radha, played by Prakash Raj, controls a port in Bombay. An illegal container belonging to Omi, played by Imran Hashmi, is stuck there. Omi wants it back, but in his way is OG standing right between him and Satya Radha. The first meeting between OG and Satya is where the film absolutely had me. That entire sequence was a highlight for me. It starts off in Japan and brings in the formation of the Yakuza syndicate and the samurai resistance. The ship fight, the title credits, Pawan Kalyan towering over the gangs like he's watching over Bombay. It was a perfect start. That's the kind of intro a star like him deserves. At that point, I really thought Sujeeth was aiming for something bigger than just a fan service flick. But that feeling didn't last too long. But as the story progresses, it becomes extremely predictable, bogged down by some superficial tracks. Father-son, husband-wife, father-daughter. The film's core focus is clearly on whipping up a firestorm around Pawan Kalyan, so I do wish that they hadn't spent so much time on those tracks. Instead, I would have preferred more time on OG's Japan connection. The entire backdrop felt so fresh, so untapped, especially in the context of Indian cinema. They had something unique there and I wish they explored it more. Now, while the film doesn't score big on content, emotional depth, story newness, where it absolutely does deliver is on form or the technical front. Visually, the film is a stunner from frame one. Honestly, one of the better visual treatments I've seen in Indian commercial cinema in a while, definitely the best in Pawan Kalyan's filmography. With cinematographers like Ravi K, Chandran and Manoj Paramahamsa behind the lens, you expect nothing less. A.S. Prakash's production design is top-notch. The detailing is insane. Every penny spent is visible on screen. Editing by Naveen Nooli, especially in those initial portions, really worked for me. It reminded me of the style you would see in a Prashant Neel film, sharp and rhythmic. And then there's Thaman, whose background score doesn't just elevate scenes, it delivers the entire film to the fans on a silver platter. There were moments when I thought, what would this scene even feel like without Thaman's score? That's how impactful he's been. Also, I must mention, Suvi Suvi has been looping on my playlist ever since I first heard it. Now, considering Pawan Kalyan's political commitments, I guess this film had to be shot in a staggered fashion. That does show in few places and you will notice some proxy shots as well. But barring those, the film visually is intact and almost spotless. For me personally, like I said earlier, this is the best on-screen presentation of Pawan Kalyan since Kushi, period. Dialogue-wise, he doesn't have a lot, but he gets ample time with the katana, nunchucks, and of course guns. Speaking of which, there's a certain element with a particular gun in the film which clearly shows the hardcore PK fanboy in Sujeeth. Amidst all the heroics, I also appreciated few tender moments. There's one in particular where OG finds a girl locked in a cupboard and just sits in a hospital quietly hugging her. As for fireworks, the jail scene and the moments right before the interval were a blast. The firestorm is definitely back for all of us to witness. It would have been even wilder with the Pawan Kalyan from the Kushi and Badri days. There are some details about the world of this film, but I will leave those for you to discover when you watch it. My only wish, the next time this combo returns, I'd love to see writing that's as strong as the execution. So, the THR India bottom line is, they call him OG is a solid return of the OG Pawan Kalyan for his fans. And even for the others, it's a watchable star hero action film. For more such reviews, subscribe to The Hollywood Reporter India.